Hi students, welcome back. We are in chapter 2, acids, bases and salts, and this is your lecture 3. In lecture 1, lecture 2, we have studied about physical properties of acids and bases, and we have seen some introduction part regarding this. And in this lecture, we are going to learn chemical properties of acids and bases. Only chemical properties of acids and bases, not about salts. Clear? And along with that concept, let us see previous question paper, 2018 question paper, 2019 set 1 and set 2, and what are the questions are asked in these years. We'll try to compare these questions with the concepts. Okay, without wasting our time, let us jump into the session to learn about this. Okay, now we are in lecture 2 and our today's topic is understanding chemical properties of acids and bases. There are 5 chemical properties. So total there are 5 chemical properties for acids. At the same time bases. In this lecture we are going to complete 2 chemical properties, first and second, and in next lecture we are going to see this point, this. At the same time we have one additional concept that we are going to cover in next lecture. Fine. So today we are going to see first how do acids and bases react with metals. Number 2, how do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids. Only acids, not with bases. Why? That we are going to see. First, reaction of metals with acids and bases. Here, if you take acids, metal plus acid gives rise to salt plus hydrogen gas, and the equation, basic equation which I have mentioned in red color box, that is so important and it acts as a basic equation. Here you can observe near reactants. Metal is one of the reactants and acid is another. So reactant sides we have metal and acid. When metal and acid is combining together, it is giving two products. First one is salt, second one is hydrogen gas. Whatever metal you want, you can take it. You see here we have taken zinc as an example of a metal, and while coming to acid we took HCl, stands for hydrochloric acid. When zinc is reacting with HCl, that gives zinc chloride. So I have posted another video regarding how to identify acids, bases and salts. If you have seen that video, in that you can get a clarification that how to identify a salt. So salt which ends with chlorides, sulfates, nitrates, etc. Okay, so this equation is also known as displacement reaction, which we have learnt in chapter 1. And you see, along with the salt, one gas is produced, that is hydrogen gas. So whenever a metal is reacting with an acid, that will release one salt and hydrogen gas is produced. So while coming to base, same equation follows. When base is reacting with a metal, it produces salt. Of course hydrogen gas is produced, but what is the difference between these two equations? Here metal plus acid, we can get many equations related to that one. Many metals react with different types of acids and we will get different salts. If it is reacting with HCl, we will get chlorides. If it is reacting with sulfuric acid, we will get sulfates. Nitric acid, nitrates. Carbonic acid, carbonates. Different salts we will get. But while coming to bases, we have only 2 equations in your 10th textbook, and those 2 equations are so important. So first we'll see these acids. Later on we'll go with bases. I told you there are many equations regarding this acid and metal, but there are only two equations regarding base and metal combination. And so I told you one gas is produced, that is hydrogen gas. And how can we test whether it is hydrogen gas or not? Here you see this green color line, which is so important to note. Hydrogen gas released can be tested by bringing burning candle or burning splinter or burning matchstick near the gas bubble. Then automatically that candle, burning splinter, burning matchstick will put off with pop or tup sound. And I told you there are two equations regarding base plus metal combination. This is first equation, this is second equation. Here one thing you can observe, base what we are taking is strong base, that is sodium hydroxide, and metals what we are considering here is reactive metal, most reactive metal, zinc and aluminium. And equation follows: sodium hydroxide combining with zinc, that gives Na2ZnO2, that is sodium zincate, and hydrogen gas is produced. And second equation, when sodium hydroxide is reacting with or combining with aluminium, that gives a product, that gives a salt, that is sodium aluminate, NaAlO2, and hydrogen gas is released. These two equations are so important equations in your 10th class. Let us see 2018 question paper. Try to see this 7th question. You see this 7th question, what they asked. 2 ml of sodium hydroxide solution is added to few pieces of granulated zinc. So sodium hydroxide NaOH is added to few pieces of granulated zinc metal Zn. So I told you strong base with reactive, most reactive metal, sodium hydroxide and zinc. He told when contents are warmed, a gas evolves, so gives rise to one salt plus one gas, and that gas evolves which is bubbled through a soap solution before testing. Okay, now what he asked, this is the information. Now the actual question starts. Write the equation of the chemical reaction involved. So NaOH plus Zn gives rise to, we have learnt it is sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate plus H2. So to write that equation we will get 1 mark. Then detect the gas. What is that gas? It is hydrogen gas. And name the gas which will be evolved when same metal reacts with a dilute solution of strong acid. That also we'll see. Here he asked, you see, in chemical reaction world and the test to detect the gas, what will you do? How will you test the gas? Simple, bringing burning splinter near the gas, that will put off with the pop sound. If you write that, you will get another mark. And last question, name the gas which is evolved when the same metal means zinc, reacts with a dilute solution of strong acid. You can take any acid, strong acid like nitric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. You take HCl, that gives acid plus metal gives salt, that is ZnCl2, zinc chloride. And what gas is evolved? Of course hydrogen gas. So answer for this question is hydrogen gas. So to write this equation you will get 1 mark. To write the test, that will put off with the pop or tup sound, for that you will get another mark. And after writing this equation, if you write hydrogen gas is evolved, you will get another mark. So it is very easy to secure 3 marks, right? Okay. So here you can see the same equations I have mentioned. Of course, these all equations are there in your textbook. By this you can learn that whatever it may be the question, they will not ask outside of the textbook. All concepts will be from your textbook only. Just read your textbook thoroughly such that it will be very easy for you to secure more marks. So this is the equation he asked. NaOH plus Zn gives rise to sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas. And what will happen if the same metal reacts with a strong acid? So same metal reacts with strong acid gives again salt sodium chloride, and same hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay, so there are chances of asking questions from these topics. So try to remember everything. Okay, there is a diagram in your textbook which shows reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid and testing hydrogen gas by burning. You see there is a stand where test tube is attached to it, and the test tube contains sulfuric acid and zinc granules. Sulfuric acid is acid, zinc granule is a metal. Acid plus metal gives rise to what? Salt and hydrogen gas. So automatically salt will be produced and salt will be present inside this test tube only, and hydrogen gas which is evolving from the solution will comes out and it will pass through the delivery tube. And you see there is a trough, there is a beaker contains soap water. When hydrogen gas enters into the soap water, that gas comes out in form of bubbles, and if you keep burning candle or burning splinter near the hydrogen gas, automatically that gas will put off with pop sound. So this same experiment you can write if they ask any question about this. Clear? Next. So if you observe this slide, I told you there are many equations regarding this metal plus acid combination, and here you can observe reaction of an acids and metals. So metal plus acid gives rise to salt and hydrogen gas. Here you can observe magnesium is a metal, HCl is acid, gives rise to a salt, that is magnesium chloride, and hydrogen gas is evolved. Here you can observe calcium metal, calcium, zinc is metal, magnesium is metal, reacting with different types of acids, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. Like that we have 3 different types of acids, and we'll get salts. You must be careful. So formation of salt depends on nature of acid. If it is hydrochloric acid, chlorides are formed. Nitric acid, nitrates are formed. Sulfuric acid, sulfates are formed. So like this easily you can remember. So once again, if it is hydrochloric acid, chlorides, nitric acid, nitrates, sulfuric acid, sulfates. So calcium Ca plus hydrochloric acid HCl gives rise to calcium chloride. You can observe this CaCl2 calcium chloride here. And calcium plus nitric acid, calcium nitrate, that is CaNO3 taken twice. Calcium plus sulfuric acid, calcium sulfate, CaSO4. Zinc plus hydrochloric acid, zinc chloride, ZnCl2. Magnesium plus nitric acid, magnesium nitrate, MgNO3 taken twice. Magnesium plus sulfuric acid, magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. Clear? So like that, metal plus acid gives rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. Try to remember this basic equation, then whatever it may be the reactants, easily you can identify products. So While coming to bases, I told you there are only two equations. So reacting with sodium hydroxide with zinc and aluminium. Both look similar, isn't it? Both are metals, shiny, silvered metals, zinc and aluminium. Then, moving to the next concept, there are two questions you see. Why should curd and sour substances not be kept in brass and copper vessels? This is your in-text question. So what they asked, why should curd and sour substances? Curd and sour substances means it is acid, isn't it? Acid. Not be kept in brass and copper vessels. Brass and copper is nothing but metal, right? And we have learned acid plus metal gives rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. So whenever you store curd and sour substances, pickles, etc. in metal container, that leads to formation of salt and hydrogen gas is produced. So it is not advised for you to store all those sour substances in metal containers and pickles. Don't try to keep metallic spoons in pickle containers, that corrodes. And next question, which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with metal? When an acid reacts with metal, what gas is produced? Answer is H2. Illustrate with an example. You can say this example, or simply you can write equation. So acid is sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, and metal is zinc, Zn, gives rise to zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4 plus hydrogen gas, that is H2. That equation you can write. And how will you test the presence of this gas? How will you test? This line you can write. Hydrogen gas released can be tested by bringing burning candle near the bubble. It burst with pop or tap sound. So that is the first chemical property we have learned. And let us see second chemical property in this video, that is reaction of metal carbonates or metal hydrogen carbonates with only acids. Why not with base? Here you can see base plus metal carbonate gives no reaction. Base plus metal hydrogen carbonate gives no reaction. So there is only possibility with acids. Okay, let us see this. So acid plus metal carbonate. Metal carbonate is nothing but salt. Salt. But you see that salt, there will be two parts in that salt. You can observe this Na2CO3, two parts. First part is Na, that is metal, and second part is CO3, that is carbonate. So that whenever you see a salt with metal and carbonate, you can say that salt is metal carbonate. So first part is metal, second part is CO3, that is carbonate. Now when acid is reacting with a salt, that is metal carbonate, products you can observe, one salt is produced, carbon dioxide gas is produced, CO2 gas, and water is released. Example, HCl hydrochloric acid, Na2CO3 metal carbonate gives rise to NaCl, that is salt, and carbon dioxide CO2, water H2O. And we will see second one, acid plus metal hydrogen carbonate. Just hydrogen is added to that. You see this first picture, that is sodium carbonate. You see this second picture, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Both look similar, isn't it? So both are salts only. Here metal carbonate contains two parts, while coming to metal hydrogen carbonate, three parts, that is Na metal, H hydrogen, CO3 carbonates. While coming to equation, HCl plus NaHCO3 gives rise to, of course, salt is produced, NaCl, carbon dioxide gas is released, and water is released. So whatever it may be, metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, products are same: salt, CO2, H2O. And there is an experiment in your textbook. Same, test tube is fixed to a stand, and in this test tube there is hydrochloric acid. So they took hydrochloric acid, and you can observe sodium carbonate, metal carbonate, acid plus metal carbonate. That gives what? Three products it will give. First one is salt, so that salt will be present inside this test tube only. And second product is water, isn't it? That water also will be present inside this test tube. And third one, gas is produced, that is CO2. So here you can observe we have arranged one delivery tube. Produced carbon dioxide will enter into this delivery tube that comes out. And how can we say that gas is carbon dioxide gas? It is simple. Pass that carbon dioxide gas through lime water. If you pass through lime water, automatically that lime water will be transparent, that turns into milky white. First of all, that calcium hydroxide solution, I mean lime water, will be transparent. After passing carbon dioxide, that turns transparent into milky white. That is the equation involved and test for carbon dioxide gas. So you see these three sample equations. Na2CO3, metal carbonate. You see this? Al2CO3 taken thrice. Al2, aluminium, metal. CO3, carbonate. And you see this sodium bicarbonate. Sodium, metal. H, hydrogen. CO3, carbonate. So either metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, when it is reacting with acids, HCl, that gives salt. NaCl is salt, AlCl3 is salt, NaCl is salt. Water is produced. At the same time, carbon dioxide gas is released. And you see, this is the last slide. There is the question: how can you test presence of carbon dioxide gas? Same equation you can get in your textbook. Carbon dioxide gas can be tested by passing it through lime water. Chemical formula of lime water is CaOH taken twice, calcium hydroxide solution. And if you pass carbon dioxide, that CaOH will be transparent. That transparent solution turns into milky white. That solution is calcium carbonate. You see, calcium hydroxide turns into calcium carbonate and water is produced. There is a continuation for the question. What happens if you pass excess carbon dioxide through the lime water? So now this acts as reactant, CaCO3 plus H2O. You see the CaCO3 plus H2O, and excess carbon dioxide is passed. If you pass, that becomes CaHCO3, calcium hydrogen carbonate, and milkiness disappears. This will be milky white, isn't it? This transparent becomes milky white, and that milky white becomes again colorless. Again, another thing you can observe. This is calcium carbonate, metal carbonate. This is calcium hydrogen carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate. By this, another thing we can infer. Metal carbonate converts metal hydrogen carbonate. That converted into metal hydrogen carbonate. Clear? Now, let us see one question. 2019 22nd question we will see. You see this 22nd question. This already we have discussed in our previous lecture. Let us see this second question. What is observed when 2 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid? Let us try to write formula. HCl, okay, is added plus to what? Sodium carbonate, metal carbonate, isn't it? Na2CO3 taken in a clean dry test tube. Write the chemical equation for the reaction. So you see marks, 2 marks. Just to write the chemical equation you will get 2 marks. HCl plus Na2CO3. Already we have discussed. You see here HCl plus Na2CO3 gives what? NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. So HCl is taken in a test tube, sodium carbonate is taken in test tube, we'll get NaCl, carbon dioxide and H2O. So if you write that Na2CO3 plus HCl gives rise to one salt is produced, that is NaCl salt plus carbon dioxide gas CO2 plus water is produced, and you need to balance this equation. So if you balance, automatically you will get 2 marks. So here 2 hydrogens, keep 2 here, and chlorines become 2, and 2 hydrogen balanced. There are 2 sodiums here, just try to keep 2 in front of this. Now it will be balanced. So 2 oxygens and 1 oxygen will be 3 oxygen, 1 carbon, like that, right? It is easy. So try to read textbook thoroughly, and in 2019 second set also 27th question, if you observe, same question is repeated. You see this same question is repeated, but in set 3 they have asked one 5 mark question. We'll see that question when we see some other concepts. So today we have discussed only 2 chemical properties. Tomorrow we are going to discuss, in next class we are going to discuss 3 chemical properties. Guys, if you like this video, just you can like it, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you.